Soft glam is just one of those looks. I feel like it is so multi-dimensional. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today's video we are going to talk about your base. Your base is the thing that can make or break your makeup. You want it to look smooth, you want it to look skin-like, and you want it to enhance the rest of the makeup that you're going to put on, right? So first and foremost, we're going to start off with clean skin, which I had done, and you also want to start off with a good primer, good moisturizer, good base. So for me, for my primer, for my moisturizer, I am going to be using the Neutrogena Hydroboost water gel. I do like this because it's not going to be super thick, it dries pretty quickly, and it's not going to make the rest of my makeup pick up. So after I put on my moisturizer, then I want to go in with a good primer. I really like the Milk Hydro Grip because it really locks on your makeup and you don't have to use a lot. Like, that's all I'm using. You don't have to use a lot to get the job done, and it's going to make your skin nice and tacky. So it's going to give the makeup something to stick to, and that's what you want. You want your makeup to grip onto your base. So you see that? It's kind of like some resistance. That's from the actual primer. I love this foundation. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're watching all of this good content. But I like to go in with my NARS Soft Matte. I really love this foundation. It's one of my favorites, and I love how it looks on the skin. But you want to take your foundation of choice, and I like to apply it either with my fingers. Sometimes I'll use a brush. I don't really put a ton of foundation on my forehead, and I just like to apply it and kind of smooth it out. Now some people will go in with their fingers, but I like the finish that a brush gives, so that's what I'm going to use. But I like to go in with the foundation in my hair. I like to go in, and you see how I'm applying it. I'm not doing a whole bunch of swiping, but I'm merely like stippling it in. And that is going to give me the coverage that I want, while also giving me the blended look that I'm trying to achieve. For my forehead, I don't do a ton of foundation. I do just enough. And my trick is, if I'm wearing bangs or something like that, I really go minimal product on the forehead, because my hair is going to be right there, and I don't want, you know, all of it competing. Here I'm just placing my concealer, and initially when placing the concealer, you can see that I'm like looking side to side because I'm trying to map out. Initially, this is the basis for how I'm going to do my nose contour, and I use my concealer to kind of set the stage, if you will, for how I'm going to do my nose contour moving forward. Before I even put any liquid or cream contour on there, any powder contour, bronzer, anything, I use my concealer as a roadmap to help out with that process. And so that's why I say, like, just knowing where you put your makeup and having a purpose for doing so that everything works together. So that's what you see me doing here, placing my concealer out for where I want light to be attracted to my face. And then, of course, doing my brows because, you know, we love a good brow movement over here. So cleaning up my brows as well. And I will blend all of that out. This is my base so far. I like to start blending out the edges first before I go in with like the detail work. At this point, I like starting when I'm blending out my concealer. I like starting from the outer edges and then working my way in. And even though it looks like I'm going fast, I'm really patting in because I don't want to really disrupt the product that's already there. I want it to do its job. Like, I let it sit for a little while so that I can get more coverage. So I don't want to do a whole bunch of swiping and maneuvering, and that's going to like pick up the product. Now when I get up towards my eyelids, you do see me drag the product up and toward my eyelids, and that's just going to act as a base for the shadow that I'm going to put on later in this look, so that it all works together. Like I said before, you know, have a purpose for how you're placing your makeup, how you're blending your makeup, and what you're doing, because it's just going to save you some time, some effort after you're finished or during your process. So you see me still blending out. Now I do like using a brush for the coverage that it gives, but if you're trying to get in and get out, a beauty blender will definitely do the job, and it'll do it a lot faster. Now I'm setting that concealer with, this is the One Size Pink translucent powder. Typically I'll go in with a like a honey tone translucent powder initially, but for whatever reason this day I just grabbed my pink powder and that's what I went with. And as you can see later on, I'll do some more, you know, because again, there's a method to everything that we use. And for this particular one, I did want a slightly brighter under eye than I typically would wear on a everyday daily basis. But I just feel that soft glam really is the basis of a lot of makeup looks, because you can just take it so many different directions just based on how you apply your product and what products that you use. So without adding any more product to that brush, I'm just using it to sweep off that pink powder. I didn't really bake it for a significant amount of time. I just left it on there so that it could do its job to set the concealer underneath. And then I'm actually using my bronzer. This is a trick that I love to do. Use my bronzer as an eyeshadow just to, you know, give my eyes some dimension. And again, like, this is why soft glam is the GOAT, because it definitely, like, it's so soft, it's so elegant, but you know, I think it just looks flattering on everyone, and it's so easy to achieve. Like, it doesn't take a ton of product, and you can use some of your products in multiple different ways. Like, you're using your bronzer as an eyeshadow, but you're also going to use it later on to, you know, warm up your face. And right now I'm using a lighter tone eyeshadow. This is from the Juvia's Place palette, but I'm just using that to kind of set that concealer that I swiped earlier on my lids. And again, like with soft glam, you're not really being so precise as far as like, oh, I'm doing a cut crease, but you're giving it a more blown out cut crease vibe. So it's still going to get the drama, the effect, the look of having, you know, the two-tone shadow and having a lighter shadow on your lid, but you don't have to really go in with your concealer and make sure your cut crease is even and the line is even and the line is straight and it's how you want it and all that stuff. So I really like that about this look. Soft Glam is just one of those looks. I feel like it is so multi-dimensional because it can be the basis for, you know, a more dramatic look. I can take this look in so many different directions. Like, you know, it can start off and I can just go ahead, finish out with my liner, pop a lash on, and I'm done. I'm doing a new lip and going about my business. Or I can make it dramatic. I could add some colorful liner. I could even add a little bit of shimmer on top. So I really love Soft Glam for that. I love that it's flattering on everybody, essentially. Skin tones, you know, obviously you're going to pick the colors that you know, need that are going to show up well, but I feel like it's so versatile. And again, you can either make it be more dramatic, less dramatic, because if I wanted to be less dramatic, I could go in with a pencil liner or just an eyeshadow, a darker eyeshadow liner. I can make my line thin and just go in with some mascara, or I can make it thick and then go in with my lash. Like, it's so many different directions you can go with this base. Lashes. Now I'm just adding some inner corner highlight. I'm going to be using this Juvia's Place liner in the shade Ruby. Now we're going to test out this new Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. So I'm just going to shake, shake, shake it up because it does, the instructions do say to shake it. Shake well to activate. And then it looks like that after you've shaken it up. Ooh. Should have brought my fan. This does have aloe and hyaluronic acid. It's drying down really nicely. So yeah, I'll be back. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the end. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you. I upload my videos on Tuesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Over here, I share beginner-friendly tips. I share makeup tips. I share tips from the perspective of a makeup artist. So go ahead and do that for me. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, whether you're new here or you are returning, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Go ahead and like this video. It really does help out my channel, and it helps get my videos out to more viewers, and it helps me grow the family, and that's what we're looking to do. Also, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if you're a soft glam girly, if you learned something in this video. I would love to chat with you in the comments, so go ahead and do that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah! Bye!